Got the ZV-E10 to unbox here. I'm completely new to cameras. I really don't know much, but I'll try to break down what I do know. I'll probably come out with like a video in like a month or so, hopefully detailing the process of what I've learned, how to use it, how it functions. I do know that all the camera settings can be a little confusing, so hopefully I can figure that out and go into depth about how to use that correctly. Okay, so let's start off. It has a bunch of papers. I'm guessing it's about like warranty and just certain specs of the camera. So this is the battery here. This is the Sony NP-FW50 battery. I know that these aren't exactly the most powered. I've heard like recommendations to at least get 2 of these things or get a charger that will continuously charge it, especially if you're doing like a video in a studio. But if you're going around vlogging or taking it to the gym or wherever you go outside with your camera, to have multiple batteries for this one. And then this one we got a little plug for the charging system, and then it looks like it's a USB-C and the HDMI right in here. And then it comes with a Sony camera strap, so that's super nice that you don't have to buy separately if you want to use that. And then it comes with a little like wind reducer that you can just put right up. From what I've heard also, the microphone isn't like the worst on this thing, but obviously if you want good audio quality, to like buy a external microphone. And now what everyone is here for, got the camera now, and it does come with a lens cover, which I thought it didn't, so that's super nice. First impression with holding it, I like it. I know that this little mount, or not mount, but part where you hold it is smaller than a lot of cameras, but I mean, it's nice if you don't want something super bulky, but I can see that, you know, a lot of people would want a bigger grip. It's not exactly the biggest thing in the world. So it does have a flip out screen. I believe you can go like this so that you can close it back up without it being at risk for dropping or scratching. Looks like it does only flip like one way or the other. It's not like a continuous flipping motion. So there is a mode button here, and it has video or pictures for like stills, video, and then it says S and Q, meaning like slow motion, and I forget what the Q necessarily stands for, but I know that is for the like time-lapse version of that. There's a bunch of other buttons on the top. I'm gonna assume that this red button is the record button. Yeah, I don't know what the other ones are. I think this might be the zoom on this right here, this little thing. Not entirely sure. And then here's a little front view or a back view of all the buttons and the LCD screen. And so it's got a menu button. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what all these mean. Hopefully I'll learn and I can put out more videos that will explain all that. There is no like viewfinder on this camera. It's definitely more geared toward people who want to take videos with it, but I mean, I'm sure it's really good as a stills picture camera as well. There is this little hot shoe mount so that you can put in an external microphone, or just use the little dead cat it comes with. Just slide right in here and lock that in place. I do like it that's not like one of those super big ones which some microphones come with. To get it out, it just slides right out. So now to get into some of the compartments of the camera, we've got the little battery area in it, and to open it there's like a lock to open it up, and then you can slide in the battery. That's also where the SD card goes, right in there. And then on the other side of the camera, it has, I think it's like a micro HDMI. I don't know what the exact port is called, but then also with the USB-C port there for charging, or if you want to use this as like a streaming camera, because I believe you can just plug it right in and it automatically syncs. There's no like third-party setup you need to use. So to get into some of the specs of the camera, this is a APS-C camera, so there is a little bit of a crop when it comes to the photo or video. I believe it's a 1.5 times crop, so the lens itself is a 16 to 50 millimeter lens, which equates to being a 24 to 75 millimeter lens if you were using a full frame camera. So yeah, there's that. There's a little bit of a zoom in this thing. I believe there's like a digital image stabilization on this thing, but from what I've heard, it's not good because it also gives a little bit of a crop as well with the already existing 1.5 times crop. So I can't imagine that is a very desirable thing, especially if you're doing vlogging videos. But I know that can be fixed with running this thing through like Catalyst Browse or using a gimbal as well. So now to get into the kit lens itself, it's a 3.5 to 5.6 lens aperture there. Like I said, it's a 16 to 50 millimeter, so because it's an APS-C camera, there is that crap. So if you were to use like an ND filter on this, it's a 40.5 millimeter filter. It says right here. This has been my unboxing and first impressions of the ZV-E10 camera. I'm super excited to use it, and hopefully I'll be coming out with more videos about it once I get used to it and learn the camera. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and thanks for watching.